Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Valeria and this is the off-road range. I continue to build my local treatment station, and this video is about well for technical water and you will know about everything else further. In my videos I've told many times that I have two wells on my property. The first one I cleaned last summer and now it is in constant use. The second one has been neglected for 2 years since I was here. When the well is not used for many years, it becomes overgrown and stops producing water. While the first well had at least some minimal movement of water and it was more or less easier to clean it, then the second one preserved all organic matter inside itself in cold water for many years, and it contains extremely black silt and has extremely stinky sludge. The problem is that this well doesn't have a top ring, and it is dangerous not only for people but also for mice, for insects, for snakes and so on. Almost 2 years ago I caught 4 snakes in this well and I saved them. But I have found them accidentally, and of course I don't know how many insects and animals are inside this well now. Therefore, when I have found this well, I covered it with pellets and various branches so that it would become safe for people and animals. In the end of last autumn, I have understood that I would have time to clean it. I cleaned it from pellets and branches and I started to pump water out of it in order to clean it from silt a little bit. For cleaning the well, I invited the same professionals I was working with while I was cleaning the first well. So, what do I need in order to clean the well? Firstly, as you have already understood, several shovels. It depends on the ground which one I use. Also, drainage pump, you have already seen it many times in my videos. I need a ladder to go inside, you have already seen it. I need a chain in order to be safe. Several helmets for safety. A basket for silt, lots of tow ropes, an axe to clean the territory around the well, and electricity. Another concrete plate. Ah, no, it is just glass. So, after several weeks of pumping out water out of the well, I'm ready to go inside and clean it. Let's have a look at it. This one is smaller than the previous one, and it means that it will be more difficult to clean it. From the other side, I will not clean it as well as the previous one, then this one will be for the technical water only, and after that it will be used as a well. The only problem is that it is already the end of the year and it is pretty cold, and it is moreover will be cold inside the well. But I have warm socks, 2 layers, and I have warm jacket and also 2 underlayers under my jacket. Let's go. We were digging the territory around the well because there is no the upper ring and it is more difficult to go inside. Let's check its real depths. It seems to be the bottom already. Let's check from the sides. Oh, it goes deeper. It goes deeper and there will be lots of silt, so the real depth is unknown. Yeah, here's also deeper. Here's deeper, yeah. Or the real situation, we will know a little bit further. Here is much more garbage, much more roots than around the previous one. But we don't have much time to clean everything around the well. I feel like I'm big or tall or fat, but in fact it is not intended to be used on a jacket and on 2 sweaters. It is not as much convenient as it was in summer. This orange tow rope is for bucket. This orange tow rope is for me. Despite the fact that I already spent several days in the well this summer, I'm still afraid a little bit. So my first task will be to take out all the garbage that is in water, like leaves, perhaps some insects or animals, but I hope there will be no any animals. So let's go. Up, up. Up, up. Great. Amazing. Amazing. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Very good. Very beautiful water, clean water. Here's for you, this is for you. Thank you. The problem is I cannot step on the bottom since I don't know where the real bottom is. There might be like 2 more meters of silt. Oh, very good, lot of silt for you, my friend. So I will check with the shovel, perhaps I may step on it. Okay, I will try. Please lower me. Little bit lower, lower, lower. Perhaps this is bottom. I will not step left or right. I will stay here, and I think that I need a small bucket in order to fill this one. I will go up for a minute to have a rest. I still need to breathe. You know, I need fan. I think so, yes. Good. Great. Up, up, up. This is a brick or something like that. Yeah, this is some brick, as usual. Lots of silt. After 4 hours of digging, water started coming from below, so we decided to throw a drainage pump to partially seek out the silt and mud. This was the first time I had ever seen such a sight. I was very happy to see the pump pumping out so much dirt and silt. But it turned out to be a harbinger of big trouble. So, after lowering the drainage pump inside the well to pump out water and silt out of it, it took me another 8 hours to clean the well from all the mud. And it started to get suspicious. Yes, all the wells are different. They stay on different soil, they behave differently, but this well was special. At some point, I started to get a certain type of soil out of it, and my feet became deeper and deeper in this sand. So, people that was working with me told me to go up. They periodically went down in order to control the whole situation and in order to do everything properly. And when they went down there again, they saw that there is a gap between two concrete rings, around 15 centimeters. It meant that I was no longer digging the mud out of well, but the sand that was under the rings. And instead of water appearing there, two concrete rings broke away and a gap began to appear there. It meant one of the worst situations when a person cleans a well and one of the maximum type of incompetence when building a well. There is such type of sand which is called quicksand. It is mobile and it sucks a person in. If it is found wet, it floats and it clogs any aquifer. It is strictly forbidden to build a well on such sand. First of all, it simply will not work, because instead of water, this sand will constantly float there. There will never be water, because instead of water, there will constantly be sand. So I was constantly digging out sand, and instead of water, I was slowly drowning into the sand. It is extremely unskilled to build such a well, but of course I don't know who did it. Perhaps it was like 100 years ago. But there is another problem that is much more dangerous. If a gap appears between two rings, it may simply collapse. It means that under the pressure of soil, two rings may burst and bury a person inside the well. Of course, I never went down into this well again, and I hope you understand why I don't have any videos and photos of this well, because no one would like to go there inside and shoot a video, because their lives would be at risk. We thought for a very long time what can be done in this situation, because instead of a well, I have just a hole in the ground. Someone could suggest just to fill this hole with sand, but the problem is that a quicksand would wash out this sand, and I will have again just a hole in ground. So we found more or less budget decision. Moreover, quicksand is most often just an intermediate layer of soil, and its thickness is around 1.5–2 meters. So the following decision was made. I found a company that casts concrete rings, and they made custom sized rings especially for me. The solution is that in the spring, When it becomes warm and dry, I will order a crane manipulator and it will play the rings one on top of the other. The weight of one ring is more than 600 kilograms, and this means that the new ring will press the old rings underground. Firstly, they will connect the gap between the old rings under the weight of 600 kilograms. Secondly, under the weight of several rings, the old rings will go deeper by 2-3 meters, and the layer of quicksand will end. The well will become deeper and its bottom will reach the aquifer. This well will touch underground sources and become a full-fledged working well. The problem is that we don't have 100% certainty that the rings will come down. We don't have confidence that the gap will disappear. We are not sure that we will be able to go through the sand flood and reach the aquifer. It is also possible that the old rings will just burst underground under the weight of the new rings. And then it's new problems and huge amount of expenses. At the moment, the additional cost of reconstruction of this well amounted to $220 for concrete rings and $420 for delivery. To me, that's a huge unforeseen expense. But even if everything works out and the well reaches water, I don't know how I'm going to get down there and clean and develop the aquifer, because this whole situation already brings a huge amount of stress and I don't want to risk my life. Perhaps this well may not need to be cleaned as it will serve as a technical role. Since I had to order new concrete rings for an old well, let's talk about another structure. I'm building a local wastewater treatment station. This local treatment station will clean all my organic waste into clean water. So I can use this clean water further for various needs on my land. After treating the waste, this clean water needs to be accumulated and stored somewhere. For this, I need a thumb storage tank. It is a separate large structure and I designed it separately and I found a suitable place on my land for it. The thumb storage tank will also consist of concrete rings. Basically, I need to build a huge concrete tank that will have a concrete bottom. Also, I need to waterproof them inside and out so that water from the underground doesn't get into the thumb tank. Since I ordered the rings for the old well, it would be incredibly stupid to order the thumb tank rings a couple months later and once again pay over $400 for shipping. So I immediately calculated the volume of thumb tank needed and ordered 4 huge rings, plus the well bottom and well cover, which cost me another $710. But at least my logistics cost stayed the same. But of course, it is not without problems here as well. Because of the soft soil, the crane manipulator didn't reach the place of digging the thumb tank. It unloaded them where it got. First of all, it completely blocked my passage to the toilet, shower, woodpile and campfire. But those are small things compared to the fact that in the spring, I will need to order a crane to move those rings to their proper place. And these are new huge costs. Friends, I would appreciate your support in the form of subscription, comment and likes. This will help me reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers and connect monetization from the platform. And that means being able to create more quality content for you. You can see my huge expenses, and all the expenses are for the construction. I spend as little money on myself as possible, and I don't have any entertainment. Every penny will help me to further develop the off-road range, create useful content, develop other projects, and be useful to people around the world. I will also appreciate your donations in cryptocurrency or on other platforms in the channel description. I have a complicated, stressful life with constant problems and huge expenses, but it is extremely rich and interesting, full of amazing adventures and development in all areas. And despite all the difficulties, I am very happy that I live in a world where I can still realize myself. I hope that my videos will also help you find what you like and encourage you to step out of your comfort zone for your fulfillment. In addition, I would like that more people of my age watch my videos, because currently it turns out very often that people spend their whole lives on meaningless reels and stupid stories and social networks. And of course, I would like more women watch my videos in order to understand what different and interesting paths of life could be. And that gender is not a limitation to realize yourself. Everything I do on my site is a vital necessity and not a whim. And I hope that you understand it, my viewers. I wish you health and self-realization in New Year 2025. It was Valeria, the Off-Road Range. I wish you all the best and see you soon.